Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So yeah, today I want to talk about another terrific matchup that is going to be extremely explosive and will most likely end in a vicious knockout. That's Curtis Stevens versus Gennady Golovkin. Triple G versus Showtime. Right? Now, the first thing I want to say is, now when it comes to Curtis Stevens, you have a guy here who is an American fighter, the closest thing I've seen to Mike Tyson in a long-ass time. This is what the middleweight division needed. This man is coming off of about, I think, 3 out of 4 fights, first-round knockouts, vicious knockouts. He has a tremendous left hook, and he showed in the Derek Finley fight that he could box. He showed that he has slickness. He showed that he has speed. He showed that he knew how to just win rounds without trying to always knock someone out if he had to revert to that, which was pretty impressive. What Curtis Stevens loves to do is he loves to wait for you to throw your right hand. And as soon as you throw your right hand, he blocks the right hand and he times it perfect with the left hook. If you guys go back and you watch all of his knockouts on YouTube, you'll see it's done the exact same way. He's constantly waiting for you to throw that right hand so he can counter it and land the left hook. That's his signature move. So the question is, will this be enough to beat or knock out Gennady Golovkin? Let's go ahead and talk about Gennady Golovkin. Look, guys, when it comes to Golovkin, man, a lot of casual fans who don't really see between the lines don't realize that Gennady Golovkin is not a brawler. He's not a brawler. Gennady Golovkin is a boxer puncher. Okay? He is very, very savvy in the ring. A lot of people see a guy coming forward winning by knockout, and they automatically ignore all of the attributes that put this guy in position to knock that guy out. There's a lot of things that Gennady Golovkin does that is very impressive. He has a terrific jab. He has great head movement. A lot of times, even though he's coming forward, when you try to attack Golovkin, he'll jump back, kind of like a Floyd Mayweather. So I truly believe that if Gennady Golovkin, if he uses his jab the way he's been using it, he's going to give Curtis Stevens a whole lot of problems, considering the fact that Stevens is only like 5'6", extremely short for a middleweight. It'll be really, really interesting to see if Golovkin, if he just goes ahead and plays the matador role and he starts boxing in this fight just because of how aggressive Curtis Stevens is. Because Golovkin, he would obviously give Stevens his best chance of winning the fight if Triple G just stands there and try to go toe-to-toe with Curtis Stevens. But I just feel Golovkin, he has the overall skills to beat Curtis Stevens. I feel he can outbox him. I feel he may even get the best of Stevens in the inside. If Curtis Stevens can't land his left hook, it's going to be a long night for Stevens. We also have to take into consideration that Stevens, he's been outboxed before. He does have 3 defeats. He was completely outboxed by Andre Durrell, and even Jesse Brinkley beat him, which seemed on paper like it would be an easy match for Curtis Stevens. All right, but nevertheless, that was in the super middleweight division, and like I said before, Curtis Stevens is only 5'6", so he's definitely more comfortable at middleweight. Hell, he would probably be more comfortable at junior middleweight if he could make the weight, which obviously he's built like a short tank. He probably could never make that weight, but nevertheless, this is the way I see the fight, guys. I see Gennady Golovkin completely outclassing and frustrating Curtis Stevens. Don't get me wrong, though. Of course, Curtis Stevens, he has a shot. He has a very good shot. I mean, and I wouldn't even just say a puncher's chance. I mean, Curtis Stevens can box. It really, really depends on how Gennady Golovkin is going to fight in this fight. If, like I said, if Gennady Golovkin, for the first time, gets on his bicycle a little bit, then Steven has no chance. If Gennady Golovkin goes on the inside and he constantly tries to knock out Showtime, then Golovkin, he may get caught with something that just may change the tide in the fight. Now, I know at the beginning of this video, I said this fight would most likely end in a knockout. It's still a very good chance that it will end in a knockout, but now that I think about Curtis Stevenson's durability against Jesse Brinkley, against Andre Durrell, and even though he's been knocked out before, but you know, that was earlier in his career, and I think he learned from that. I think he's very durable now, and it may be a little harder to knock out Curtis Stevens than I thought before. So that's what I'm going with, guys. I'm going with Gennady Golovkin to win this fight, either by unanimous decision or he breaks down Curtis Stevens and stops him in the later rounds. So that's how I see this fight, guys. I'm on to the next one.